Yo, 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 yo. This is Matt, the Southern Gooner, in the building. Hope everyone is here. Hope everybody's filing in. Hope everybody's hitting that like button, sharing and subscribing. And we got a lot to unpack today. This would not be a call-in show because I've got a lot to unpack here. I've got a lot of stuff I put together here in the last couple of hours. And we're going to delve deep. We're going to delve deep into one Mikel Arteta. Can everybody hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? If you can, just put one in the chat. Let me know that y'all can hear me. And we're going to get this show on the road in just a second here. I've got a few things. Guru, what's up, brother? All right, good. Y'all can hear me. All right, good. All right, so let's unpack a few things here. So currently, as y'all can see, we're a little bit on a skid at the moment, man. We're on a little bit of a skid here. Lost last night. It's looking rough right about now as an Arsenal fan, and we're going through a bad run of form. You know, it's so bad the game's actually starting to kind of run together, and it's wild. It's wild, man. So look here. Let's do this. We're gonna kick things off. We're gonna go the same way I did your boy Edu. Same way I did Edu. I've got something here for you. We're gonna bring this on up. This is the Mikel Arteta coaching experience. This is all of the experience I was able to find of coaching on Mikel Arteta this afternoon. It says Arteta began his coaching journey in 2016 when he was appointed assistant manager of Manchester City to work under Pep Guardiola. As part of Guardiola's coaching team, Arteta went on to win 2 Premier League titles and FA Cups and EFL. Basically, he was just there. He was just hanging around Pep. We all know Cone Man, Lucozade, Gatorade over here in the States, water, iced tea. You know, not too far from what Edu did. You know, it's basically just an assistant. You know. And then in 2019, we all know Mikel Arteta was appointed to his first, y'all keep this in mind because I'm going to go somewhere with this, first managerial role as a manager for his former club, Arsenal, during his first season in charge, where he won the FA Cup. Now, I want to just highlight this one more time. We want to go his first managerial role. So I'm going to bring this down. And that's all the experience that we have for Mikel Arteta. That's all we have on record. That's all that I could find. That is all that's noted. Is basically this brother here got his start up under Pep at Manchester City. So I'm going to go here, get I got a bunch of stuff. And y'all will see it when we open it up here. Let me see. I got to find my tab. There we go. We'll slide that to the side here. Now, let me preface this. This is based off of last year. This is last season. So some of these coaches that I'm getting ready to show y'all have moved around, but we're going to go down one by one. And we're going to look at the experience of these other coaches, one by one, all right? Let me pull this up. Here we go. 7 top young coaches to watch in European football. This was dated October 19, 2023. Like I said, this is last year. Still prevalent. Some of these coaches have moved on. It's designed, it's used for making a point. All right. And I'll just even read the preface for you. It says, though most elite clubs usually set out to find an up-and-coming head coach or a manager whenever there's a vacancy, the majority end up going for someone well into their 40s or 50s. All right. Now, Javi Alonso, 41, Bayern Leverkusen. We're going to go through here. We're going to go through this. Regardless of the flattering accolades, I'm reading here in the second paragraph. Alonso has undoubtedly revitalized the faltering Leverkusen side. Upon taking over last October, the Spaniard led the German club from the second bottom in the Bundesliga to a respectable sixth-place finish, finishing in the semifinals of the Europa League into the bargain. 1 year on, Alonso's side sit. This was, like I said, this is last year now. Sits upon the top of the league, having won all games barring a 2-2 away draw at Bayern Munich. So immediately you can at least see here that Javi came in and provided some form of stability to the football club, kind of got them, kind of got them moving around, they're achieving a few things immediately. All right, we're going to go to current Liverpool boss. Back then he was at Feyenoord. This is Onslaught, Arteta. Having already turned down an offer to take charge at Tottenham in the summer. I bet they it's kind of funny when you read stuff in retrospect. The main challenge for Slot is to manage his career rather than making a name for himself. We're going to go down a few paragraphs here. We're going to go down to this paragraph. If you're reading with me, we're going to go right down to here. Excuse me, we're going to start here. Despite his sky-high reputation, Slot is relatively new to the profession. In December 2020, his first stint at the job at AZ Alkmaar ended abruptly after a year and a half, as his preliminary agreements with Feyenoord were not taken lightly in Alkmaar and AZ Alkmaar. Yet he still left AZ with the club record averaging points tally of 2.11 per game. Having picked up the reins at Feyenoord 6 months later, Slot predominantly in his preferred 4-2-3-1 formation led the club to the Conference League final and brought the Eredivisie to Rotterdam in the following seasons. Captains 2 Renus Michaels Awards and the Coach of the Year award in the process. All right, so we see Onslaught builds himself up, goes to another spot, success. Now he's at Liverpool, where he's sitting at the top of the table. Doing all this to make a point. Sebastian Onis at Stuttgart. Despite his surname, Onis is the ex-son of Bayern Munich forward Dieter. Don't kill me if I pronounce the names wrong. I'm doing the best I can with some of them. The nephew of Ula and the perennial power figure of the same club, the Stuttgart manager, is making a promising career in his own right. All right. His most celebrated achievement to date, however, is steering Stuttgart to the Bundesliga safety at the tail end of last season. Like I said, this is going into the season before because this article is a little older. But with just 8 games to go and 5 to go off the relegation spot, Stuttgart managed to secure safety by overcoming Hamburg in the decisive playoff encounters. All right. Check this part out now. I went there, but I want y'all to go back with me somewhere. Watch this. Onis went into coaching at the age of 29 and learned his trade in the progressive academies of Bayern and Red Bull Leipzig. I'll say it again. Say it again. Onis went into coaching at the age of 29 and learned his trade in the progressive academies of Bayern and RB Leipzig. In the summer of 2020, he was handed the opportunity to take charge of Hoffenheim's first team, which therefore means he's probably traded to what? 3 teams. And though his first 2 seasons ended slightly underwhelming mid-table finishes, Onis still showed signs of being a thought-provoking, flexible, keyword there, flexible coach. He alternates between a variety of systems and tactical approaches. So that's another young manager. Francesco Foli. All right. The young Italian did not choose the traditional route to becoming a head coach at one of the most ambitious sides in Europe. From being the assistant coach and part goalkeeping coach of Roberto De Zerbi at Frosinone and Sassuolo, Farioli jumped at the chance to take charge of the outfit. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Somebody, I'll just say Garamuk 3 years ago. I tried to hope I did all right. We'll keep rolling with it. All right. In an unfamiliar setting, Farioli did well enough to earn a move to Allianzspor before he was rather surprisingly appointed by Nice this summer. So what's the consensus here? Everybody who is following along here. What are we looking at here? We're looking at coaches who have went through different places, but they've got experience. All right. We're going to go down to another one. Will Steele. And this is also for those who like to say, well, who is realistically out there? Who is the managers out there? Hey, bro, some of these managers I hadn't even looked at, didn't even think about. So I'm learning a little something new. Some I've already know what they were there, but this is more. When they come to you with that question, who is realistically out there? Who can come in and do a job? Clearly, we're seeing people who have come in and they have the experience. All right. Thiago Motta, Bologna. The Brazilian-born midfielder is still best remembered for his illustrious playing days, where he accumulated 30 senior caps for Italy, but he's carving out a promising yet low-key coaching career. That said, it's fair to assume that Motta is being closely monitored by top clubs across Europe. All right. Aside from I'm going down here, y'all, if you're following with me. Aside from his first job at Genoa in 2019, which lasted 2 months, he achieved some success. Firstly, keeping his low-spending Spezia side up against most predictions at the end of the 21-22 Serie A season. Then, upon failing to agree a new contract with Spezia, he subsequently led Bologna to finish 9th last season, their highest Serie A finish for over a decade. Let me read that one more time. Let me read that one more time. Then, upon failing to agree a new contract with Spezia, he subsequently led Bologna to the 9th last season, their highest Serie A finish for over a decade. Trust me, I see Normski in the chat. Any of the old heads in the chat know we ain't seeing Bologna. You hadn't heard Bologna's name in decades. When they say decades, they're literally decades. Last time I heard Bologna's name of any relevance, you talking Parma, Lecce, and you talk about all that way back in the day. We talking 90s Serie A. You hadn't heard Bologna in a long time, 90s and early 2000s. So the fact that he's gone in there, gotten the experience at a couple of places, he went somewhere, then he showed that, okay, this is what I can do if I move to a spot and given the reins. All right, that's Thiago Motta. I'm not sure if Lee is watching this, but Lee will love this. This is Jagoba Arrasate, 45, Osasuna. All right. Having taken over Osasuna in 2018, Arrasate immediately gained promotion back to the top tier. So, where did he start at? He started in Segunda. He started in the second in the second division. He takes the team over in 2018, gained promotion back into the top tier. And since then, the Papelona outfit have never finished below 11th. Never finished below 11th. All right. Last season, seventh place represents the club's best result in 11 years. Plus, he led them to the Copa del Rey final. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back. And let's look at the managerial experience of one Mikel Arteta compared to everybody else that I just read. This is the foundation. This is the foundation of one of the major problems that is wrong with the situation that we are in right now. This manager has a lack of what? Normski dropped it in the chat earlier. Experience. This manager lacks the experience. And then Normski came right back behind it and dropped everything I wanted to say. These managers are cutting their teeth in lower clubs before they get a big job. Unlike our manager. Oftentimes you hear me say when I talk about this manager, I say the lack of experience in critical situations rears its ugly head. We saw it yesterday. We saw it this past weekend. We saw it the weekend before that. We saw it the weekend before that. We've seen it all year. We've seen it all over the place. I've got some stuff. We're going to go do a deep dive into Mikel Arteta tonight. So anybody that walks off of this stream tonight will be able to look and see why he is not the man for the job. Whether you think you see, what happens is our fans, they get emotionally invested because he played for the club. And so they saw him. A lot of these guys saw him coming up as kids. Some of them saw him coming up his early 20s, you know. And so he's the attachment. There's an emotional attachment. But for me, there is no emotional attachment. The only attachment I have is success and winning. But right now, there's none of that. There hadn't been any of that in a while. So we're going to go back. We're going to go look at a lot of scenarios. We're going to look at a lot of things that you've seen me pull out before. Before I do that, I'm going to go through the chat here. I'm going to go through the chat. I'm going to shoot through these. So bear with me. Bear with me. And we're going to roll through these. Unique 79. Get the likes up. Everyone that subscribe. Big. That's it, my man. Vic in the building. Much love. Much love. Here to there in the building. Much love. JC. I see your brother. Terry in the building. My boy, the Guru. My man, the Guru. Hey, we need to connect soon, brother. We got Mike in the building. We got Asses in the building as well. Normski, as I showed earlier, Rob is in the building. Yeah, my Pats, boy, we looking bad, bro. We are looking piss poor. We look like Arsenal, actually. No, we actually worse than Arsenal. Liam Smith. That's it, brother. We're going deep. Lisa, how you doing, dear? Hope all is well. Talk Wise FC. That's not much of a resume, brother. That's the resume right there. That's the resume right there. Punky Puppy, how you doing? Cheshwin Phillips, what's up, my friend? Ashley, how you doing? Connor, how you doing, my friend? We are the New York Giants of the Premier League right now. My boy TJ, hope you're doing well, brother. Much love. Yep, we close to 3K, man. We knocking on the doorstep. We're knocking on the doorstep. What did Arteta win? 2 to 3 games in the FA Cup. Wait, I got some stuff. You just wait. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. I got a lot of stuff to go through tonight. Indeed, Onslaught, Hans de Flick, Conte have come straight in and got the business. Shame on the Kronkers for extending Mikel. Facts. Facts. Mr. Freedom. Views on sports. And I'm going to start. I got one I'm going to start. I'll come to that later on in the chat. Gunner G. What's up? And Darren, what's going on, my friend? Nefertali, what's going on, my boy? What's going on? Ian, and I think that's an I. If not, it's either Ian or Lynn. Arteta's lacking experience and arrogance with it. Yep. Should be sacked ASAP. Should have been fired 3 years ago. Actually, should never got the job. He's a rookie assistant manager. In all intents and purposes, but based off of what we looked at, yeah, you would have to say that. You would have to say that. Chow, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? Ozzy, what's going on? Lisa again. And all right. So next phase. Let's I've got so much here I want to pull up. Let's go. We'll go to this one. Arteta has managed to win 1 trophy from 17 attempts, not including this year yet because it's not done. So we got to wait. The Europa League, we went out to Olympiacos 2-3 on aggregate. FA Cup in 20. We won that. That's his claim to fame. That's the game. That's what's got us in this mess we're in now is that one particular win. The Carabao Cup in 22. We got destroyed by City. FA Cup, Southampton, the mighty Southampton, 1-0. Europa League, Villarreal, Unai Emery, 2-1 on aggregate. FA Cup, Premier League 20 and 21 finished in 25 points behind first. FA Cup, knocked out against Nottingham Forest 1-0. Carabao Cup, knocked out Liverpool 2-0. 21-22 second season. 24 points behind first. Carabao Cup. This is a dossier. This is a dossier of disaster in itself. Brighton 3, Arsenal 1. FA Cup, Man City 1, Arsenal 0. Europa League, Arsenal 1, Sporting Lisbon 1, 3-3 aggregate, eliminated on penalty kicks. I think that's the game where Ramsdale got lobbed from center kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. 22-23, finishes 5 points behind first after bottling an 8-point lead. In first after leading the league for 93% of the season. We all know that season. That's the season that we're going to be remembered for the rest of our lives, as long as we're walking this green earth as Arsenal fans. Carabao Cup, knocked out to the Hammers 3-1. FA Cup this past year, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. You wait for Champions League 1, Arsenal 0, 3-2 aggregate. Arteta has only managed to win only one trophy in 16 attempts. This year, 2 points off first. Ultimately lost the title after losing to our former manager. Let this sink in. Let this sink in. Let this sink in. And we still have people saying they back this manager. Gets even better, everybody. Gets better, everybody. Gets better, everybody. Let me get my notes and stuff lined up here. Like I said, we're going to go down this. We're going to go right down this. This is just recently. So I can pull this up again, y'all. This is just recently. If I can get this. This is from the Bournemouth game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the Bournemouth game. Let's go to the Bournemouth game. Let's look at how we've been playing this year, y'all. As a matter of fact, before I do that, let's pull this up here. Since Mikel was appointed, Arsenal have dropped 15 points from winning positions. 15 points from winning positions since he's been appointed. That means we're no safer when we're leading the game than we are when we're losing it. This manager is having a problem here managing games. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, where could he have gotten that experience at to help him in these situations? What could he have done? What could he have done, ladies and gentlemen? What could he have done? Hey, Andy, I know it's from 2020. It doesn't matter. It's still going on today. It's still going on today. That's the point. It's still going on today. We're dropping points this year. Hey, I know it's 2020, everybody, but see, y'all missing the point. What's going on today? What's going on this season? What are we doing this season? What are we doing this season, everybody? What are we doing this season? We're still dropping points from winning positions. That's the point of this. We're dropping points from winning positions. That's it. Right there, Gunnar. Right there. Nothing has changed from 2020. Nothing's changed. The manager was doing it then. He's still doing it now. He's still doing it now. In the chat, you put it in there. How many points did we score in the Champions League this year? How many points have we scored? Let's go. While y'all are doing that, let's go to this Bournemouth game. I want you all to see this pass map. Look at this pass map. Look at the pass map. Look at where we are. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what we're playing at. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. This team ain't going nowhere under this manager. He is out of ideas. I have said it all season long. I knew after last season, when he could not get over the hump last season, I said that was it. That was all I needed to see. In the 93%, I probably would have sacked him then, because this manager is lacking the experience to get the best out of these players. So what happens is he's trying to play it safe. Every game we play, he's trying to play it safe. And in doing that, he's taking from these players, and he's basically pulling everything that they can out of it, out of these players, all the creativity. He's pulling it out of these players. And so what happens is this is what the kind of play you go to. There's been a lot of discussion this year. I've heard a lot of discussion, everybody, about what is his halftime talks? What is he saying at halftime? Or is he talking to the players? I tell you what, I went back and pulled some audio. Y'all bear with me here. Make sure I put it in here. Let me see if I think I added it in here. If I didn't, I've got a little bit of it, but I really want y'all to think I know what it is. Y'all bear with me here. Let me drop this in right quick. Let me drop this in while it's uploading here. I'm going to drop this in, and I'll talk while it uploads. It don't take a second. I think one of my main things is what I'm getting ready to play for y'all. I want y'all to hear this, what I'm getting ready to play while it's processing. Here it is. It's coming up now. We'll bring it up here with the rest of them here. And I want y'all to listen real close. Let me get the volume up on here, because I want y'all to listen to this. And I want y'all to listen this is a halftime talk. I went back to the All for Nothing. This is what I told y'all last night. If you watched the emergency stream with me, DJB, I see you in the chat, brother, Lee and Northside. I said, go back and watch that and then apply what you see to what you see today. And you will see kind of why things are the way they are. I want y'all to listen to your boy talk to the team at halftime.
There are certain things that I struggle with. I'm pretty a straight person. I've been raised in a way that for me, certain values are non-negotiable, and I have to try to apply that within the club, within the players and the staff.
What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Not good enough. What do you say, like what did you say the other day? How do we beat them?
You see that? He's not even, you can barely understand what he's saying. Now, I hate I can't show the video. I would love to just show y'all the video so that y'all can see the looks on the players' faces during the talk. But just look, he's asking the question. You know, most times at halftime, you come in, players settle in, and then you kind of break the game down. Hey, they're doing this, we're doing that. We need to go do this, we need to do that. Look what he's saying. He's coming in, he's doing this emotional thing. He does a lot of emotional stuff when he talks at halftime. Y'all listen.
Reader, my ass. Reader, my ass. Fucking soft. Soft as fuck.
First of all, it's about the culture and the values that we represent. And for me, there are three main ones. One is respect.
When you lose the ball, you run, float, you lose the ball, and then and you walk, run and sprint.
Where's the tactical? Do y'all? I hear it a lot of times. Do y'all hear it? Do y'all hear? See, somebody's already called it in the chat. Somebody's already called it. This is why I'm doing this. I want y'all to hear, because see, a lot of people asking questions what's going on this year. This is what's been going on for a while. Somebody's already called it in the chat, but I'm not gonna make it that obvious. I'm gonna go through it again. I'm gonna just play a little bit more because I want y'all to hear it.
The other one is commitment.
Pressure on the ball, ball goes here, pressure on the ball, ball goes here, pressure on the ball.
And the other is passion.
I'm losing my voice again, fucking shouting you all the time. I don't have to do that. You are much better than that.
all you heard him say was pressure on the ball, pressure on the ball. I'm losing my voice. I don't have to do that. You're much better than that. Where you at, Sam? I saw you, Sam. Where you at, Sam? Nothing on tactics. Nothing on tactics. Nothing on tactics. And as someone who has went to school for social work, that was what my bachelor's degree in. Somebody else in the chat has nailed something right on the spot too. These are narcissistic tendencies. Because he comes into the locker room. If you go back and watch that documentary, he comes into the locker room every time. He's yelling, screaming, throwing stuff down, tearing up stuff, moving stuff around, kicking stuff. And this is what I want y'all to remind you, this was when we had experienced players in the team. This was when we had experienced players in the team. Your Lacazette, your Aubameyangs, Kolasinac, these older guys. So when you hear these stories about him falling out with these older players, and you hear how the way he talks to them, it's not that far-fetched. It's not that far-fetched. And so at that time, you got players like Martinelli, you've got Saka, Ben White that just got, these guys are just got here. And so they're getting all sorted out. And so they're not gonna say anything. But these older guys are like, nah, this ain't gonna work here, bro. I mean, you heard him say Laka. Soft. I wish I could just show y'all the one where he's in I want to say it's Samuel Lukonga's face. He just, do you want to go to the chat? He's in his face like he was about to punch it. The man is a loose cannon. The man is a loose cannon. And he hides behind the word passion. A lot of times when people who are completely over emotional for no reason, you hear them describe it was passion. It was passionate. I'm very passionate. No, you're out of control. You're out of control. And that's what his problem is with a lot of these players. He's out of control. You saw it last night. If you don't believe me, you saw it last night when he went with the yellow card, going after the ball on the pitch. Out of control. The man is out of control. And you combine that with someone that's hard to talk to, that's arrogant. And I forgot to see thinking about it. I forgot to get the audio from the Newcastle game last year so that y'all could hear his just condescending tone. There's never any accountability. Y'all saw last night in the interview, he blames the players. He never blames himself. He never says, I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong substitution. I should have started this person here. I started him out of place. I played them out of place. I told him to pass the ball back. I told him to go U-shaped football. I told him to just possession. You never hear him say that at all. You never hear him say it. But instead, this is what we see on the field. This is what we see on the field. Backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. Andy, I want you to understand something, brother. They're not going to give it away tactically, publicly, but this is the way I want you to look at it. Matter of fact, I take that back. Yes, they will, because we immediately watched Real Madrid the other night. We watched a talk from Zidane, and Zidane literally told him what to do. He told him the formation. He told him what to do. He said, this is what they're doing. This is what we need to do. Don't panic. Be patient. X, Y, Z, LMNOP. They went out there, done it. We all know they won the Champions League. So, yeah, I will have to say, yeah, they will. It's a documentary. Manager needs to be showing something. I think I didn't watch the other two seasons, but I'm pretty sure that Josie and Pep probably did to go tactics. But I can tell you this. Everything points to this manager don't have tactics based off of what we're seeing. Matter of fact, like I said, I've got a lot to pull out today. I told you we're going to deep dive. We'll just go straight to this one right over here. That was the next week against Newcastle. That was the next week against Newcastle. Where are the tactics? If they're not going to show the tactics on there, where are the tactics when we're not watching it? Where are the tactics at? Huh? Because this looks like the same thing I just showed y'all with Bomber. Does it not? Does it not? Better yet, we'll go to last night. Because I know some folks was wanting to see last night. I was so glad when I was able to get a hold of it this morning. Because some people want to see last night. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Bear with a brother. Y'all ready for last night's? Y'all ready for last night? Give me a 1 if you're ready for last night's. Give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready for last night's pass map. It's a doozy. I'll tell you that. It's a doozy. Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for it. Drop them 1s in there. Y'all drop them 1s. And let me know if you're ready for this pass map. Because this pass map is going to knock you off your feet. This is going to knock you off your feet. Put them 1s in the chat. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that pass map last night. Look at that pass map from last night, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the pass map from last night. This is last night. 40 plus touches in they have. Look at this. Look at this right here. I've just showed y'all 3 games in a row. Look at the pass maps. Where are the tactics at, Andy? Andy said that they don't talk about the tactics, surely. Andy, I'm not slaying, I'm being facetious with you. But this is what I'm talking about. Ain't no tactics going on. They ain't nothing to show on the show, and ain't nothing going on in the game. Because there are no tactics. There are no tactics. This manager, he's ran out of ideas. He's run out of ideas. We've seen this 3 games running. And I've tried to find a couple of the other games. This manager's out of ideas. And you'll hear a lot of people going, oh, well, Odegaard's coming back. Did anyone watch the game last night? Y'all saw Odegaard? Yeah, I know he was only on for a little bit, but did you see when he came on? He passed the ball, he stepped back, he slid right. He went all the way back to the holding midfield. He didn't want to get touched last night. I'm telling you all, the manager's out of ideas. Everything that he's looking for to try to get out of jail this year is not going to work for him. It's just not going to work. You can't coach yourself out of it. He's shown it. It's a track. He has a track record of doing it. 8th, 5th. I keep telling people we're back to playing like we were that year we finished 5th. Everything I'm looking at is just stepping out of there. I'm looking at like we're playing for 5th this year. We're not playing like a team that want to get in 2nd. We're not playing like it. There's a lot of people I've heard today that say, "Oh, we beat Chelsea this weekend. We're back." No, we're not back. We're nowhere near back if we beat Chelsea this weekend. That's just papering over the cracks. This team is going to suffer from this throughout this season because you just can't deprogram sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, because it's ingrained. This is the philosophy. This is what he's put out this season to do. You just can't change this overnight. It's just not going to happen. And like I said, we could very well, who knows? We could beat Chelsea this weekend, but it's not going to solve anything because this is a long-term problem. It's like getting a root canal. You can go and get the medicine for your root canal, but until that tooth is squared away, ain't nothing happening. It's coming right back, and it's going to come back with a vengeance. It's going to come back with a vengeance, and that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. The manager is not where he needs to be. It's not where he needs to be. It's not where he needs to be. Let's go through. Let me get this line up here. My other stuff. We're gonna go back a few years here. Just bear with me while I work on this. Get those likes up for me. Raise them likes up. Raise those likes up. Raise those likes up. The manager has had a complete disaster when it comes to league finishes when he first arrived. It was 8th, 8th, 5th, 5th. I'm going to look at some. I want y'all to look at some numbers, man. I want y'all to look at something. Oh, bear with me here. Let me get this right here. All right, here we go. This is the year we finished 8th. Well, I think, 8th. We finished 8th this season. I want y'all to look at this right over here. Look at this right here with me. I know it might be a little bit smaller there. 55 goals for, 39 goals allowed. Now, why are you showing me this? In the chat, how many goals have we got already this year? Or better yet, can somebody give me the goals we scored in the last 5 games? How many goals have we scored in the last 5 games? How many goals have we scored in the last 5 games? If somebody could put that in the chat, I appreciate that for me. Make sure you put that in the chat. Goals scored last 5 games, so I see it. I can see it. Because I want to hammer home another point. Because we're going right back down a dangerous road. Because we did not do what we need to do this summer. We did not go get this striker. So give or take 2 or 3 at most in the last 5 games. This not buying a striker is really hurting us in more than one way. 6-5. 3 against Preston. Well, in the Premier League, excuse me. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Let's do Premier League. Give me my last 5 Premier League games. I'm sorry. I should have prefaced it. That's what I need. I'm not too much worried about Carabao Cup right now. It's the league. It's the league. I'm sorry. I meant to tell y'all that. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. This manager not going out buying a striker is really, really hurting us. You saw it on the U-shaped graph. You saw it. It's everything just lobbing it in. We just straight defensive. 6-5. Okay, Jason. Appreciate that, brother. Not having a goal-scoring striker is killing us. 4 against Leicester, 2 against Liverpool. And what's going to happen is we've got to try to get through November. See, those games in December at the end of this month as well, because we've got a big run-in coming out. Anybody seen that run-in when we come off the international break? I think it's Fulham, Manchester United, and somebody else there. I think Sporting and somebody else. I can't quite remember. But we've got some massive games coming in as soon as we come off of the break. And you already see that the form is not that good. So that was this was 2021, 21-22. Things turn up a little bit. 61 goals. No, I don't want to come on, y'all. Damn pop-ups. 61-48. 22-23, which was the wild year. 88-43. Goal scoring was good. We were just cooking. 23-24. Cooking. You see that? 91-29. You see that? Goals left and right, and center. Then we get to this year. Now, you know what the crazy part about this stat is, ladies and gentlemen? Put the mutant out of here. We're going to put him on out of here. Defenders have scored most of our goals this year. Defenders have scored most of our goals this year. This is why I said this manager has he's not got us in everybody's talking about this championship and stuff and all this, the city and just bypassing Liverpool as if Liverpool ain't even there. This manager does not have us challenging for anything right now. This manager has us challenging for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And we're in dangerous territory to where even if we get a striker, by the time we get a striker, we'll be out of this right here. We'll be completely out of this. I asked this question a few weeks ago. When has the manager ever walked a team down? When has this manager ever had to overtake a team in the league? When has he done it? Because every time he's had to do it, can't get the job done. Eighth, fifth, second. Huh? This is why I said this manager, people are running around here acting as if, oh man, Arteta's got it. He's gonna get it done this year. He's gonna take us to the top. But I'll tell you what, the tide is starting to change. The tide is starting to change at this football club. You know, we need a little bit more of this. We've got people out here that are starting to wake up. And I told y'all that worm was going to start turning this year. Y'all listen up.
Win it and realistically win it. You say that Mikel Arteta knows all of this and stuff like that. If he knew all of this, he wouldn't have gone out and got Raheem Sterling and then never played him. That's our answer in attack. Raheem Sterling, and he doesn't play him in moments where we need an attacker to change the game. If Mikel Arteta knows all of this, we wouldn't be playing so rigid and so stiff for the majority of the past 2 years. And the only time really the shackles were let off was in the final stretch of the season, where after that 3-game run in December last season, most of us were kind of like, do you know what? Let's just have a go and hope for the best. And it went well, and it took an unprecedented run from us. It took history from us to finish second. So we had to improve on that. And our answer to improving on that was a defender who's very, very good, but has a history of knee issues that meant we probably should never have expected him, and still should probably never expect him to play 35 plus games in a year, or maybe even 30, based on his knee injury history. Mikel Moreno, who jury's still out on him because he's had an injury and we don't really know, but based on what we've needed in midfield, he doesn't look like the answer. And Raheem Sterling, if Mikel Arteta knows all of this, we've not addressed really any of the issues, which is what caused us to come up short last season. And I'm not sitting here and I'm not saying Mikel Arteta out, get him out today, replace him today, but I'm not saying any of that. As always, when it comes to all managers, Mikel Arteta especially, with this group of players, with this team, with the amount of money that he spent, there is no excuse not to win a trophy this season. I don't care about the charges. I don't care about Pep, because he's out of the Carabao Cup now.
How can you not care about the charges, Wayne? That's mental.
Because we are good enough to win.
What? To beat a team that's cheating?
No, we are good enough to win. We are good enough. You can't say, well, the charges made up the difference of the 2 points last year.
They've just won 4 Premier League titles in a row.
You can't, because the charges didn't cost us the 2 points last year. It was our stupidity. It wasn't the charges that cost us right now. The charges are not costing us our football.
Because we couldn't reach a ridiculous points tally.
No, but that wasn't because of.
You see how some of our fan base, they love to go, oh man, we're a ridiculous points tally. We couldn't do this and we couldn't do that, and the charges and this and that. Why don't we go back to these tactics? And I'm messing with you, my friends. I don't think I'm picking on you. I'm just teasing you. You know, Andy brought up those tactics. You know, what were those tactics? What were the tactics at? Tactics. Huh? Where were they at? What were the tactics last season? Where were the tactics at the 93% season? Where was the tactics at? Where were the tactics at on this past weekend? Where were the tactics at last night? Shout out to Line Text for the raid, man. Appreciate that, brother. Happy birthday to you. Much love. Much love. Where were the tactics at? Some of our fan base, they have absolutely that hold on just a second here. The tactics that You mean the tactics that have seen us improve our points? Where is the fucking trophy? How about that? Where's the trophy at? Where's the trophy at? We keep talking about these points and these trophies. Because see, when I look at City's points total, I see trophies. But when I see Arsenal's points total, I see excuses. We couldn't go above. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. We can't. We getting points. We get points. Where are the points at? Where were the points at last night? Where was the points at last night? Where were the points at on Saturday? Where were the points 2 times we've been to Newcastle in the last 2 years and walked away with nothing? These are the games, y'all, that when we come back in February, March, April, that everybody's looking around and they're going, wow, City they've got the points. They've got more points than us. That's because we dropped points. Remember I told you, the brother asked, he said, well, that was from 2020. We dropped how many points that season, y'all? 15 from a winning position. I think this year we've dropped like 11 or some odd. We've dropped points from a winning position. We've dropped points from a winning position. That ain't gonna cut it when you're trying to win a title. That ain't gonna cut it if you're trying to get in the top 4. You cannot drop points when you got multiple teams challenging ahead of you. This is what our fan base cannot understand. They wrap their head around the notion of, well, we're just competing with City. No, you've got to be better than City. You got to have a manager that can change game by game, that can give you something different. We've been doing the same thing this year. We're basically playing the same way we played coming out the back end of last season. Erratic form, dropping points. We're 12th in the Champions League table after everybody said, oh man, we challenged Bayern. We challenged Bayern. Remember that last year? We challenged Bayern. We gave it a go. We're sitting in 12th. We're in the next qualifying phase where you got to play whoever's down there where you at. You got big dogs down there where you at. It's time for the fan base to stop feeling good and looking good. Because that's all we're doing. I hadn't said it all season, but guess what that is, ladies and gentlemen? It's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. Everybody's moaning and groaning about this new Champions League format. Tough love. Because that's what everybody wanted. Second place doesn't mean anything to me. First place, when you spend $800 million on all those outfield players, you're supposed to be winning. You're not supposed to be challenging. Brother, if you came to me the first year Arteta got here and told me we finished second and that we finished behind their points tally, that's a different discussion. You don't have that discussion in year 5. You don't have that discussion in year 6 and all that. This is supposed to be tangibles and results-based success right now. Results-based success. People keep talking about this challenging and no. If we were finishing second his first season, I wouldn't even be doing this right here tonight. I don't want to hear it. I've seen success. I've seen it. I've watched the team. Old Trafford. I've seen it. Will Tord. I've seen it for my own 2 eyes. I've seen it. And I asked the question the other day: do you think that Mikel Arteta can go to the Etihad in May to win a title? City's 2 points ahead. We need 3. Are y'all putting y'all mortgage on that? Are y'all gonna put all your money on it? You putting your life savings on it? No, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. And some of y'all, watch this now. Some of y'all gonna find out in this Carabao Cup. We're gonna find out in this Carabao Cup. This manager, when it comes to pressure, he folds every single time. Last night was a must-win game for us in the Champions League. Last night was a must-win game in the Champions League. This manager folds every time. 8th, 5th, 2nd, 2nd. 8th, 5th, 2nd, 2nd. I'm going to tell you like this. If this manager really, really cares about this football club, he'd step away. He'd step away, let someone come in that can get the job and get over the line. We went through several managers there that came in, and some of them came into chaotic situations and led their team to some form of success. We played Inter Milan's B team last night with 6 starters out, 1-0, and we got embarrassed on the world stage. And if you think I'm being harsh, this is why I knew somebody was gonna pull in the Dodge with it tonight, y'all. I knew somebody was gonna pull in the Dodge. Let's bring this down. Let's bring this fella. Let's bring this down right here, and let's let our old friend talk to some of these top gooners.
Now, Manuel, if you don't mind, I'm going to go straight to Darren Bent for this first question. Okay. Right, as a Chelsea fan here, it's been, I think, around about just over 2 years. The last time Arsenal were below Chelsea, right? So I've done the show with him. Chelsea got moved above Arsenal. They lose last night. What's happening?
Why agree?
What? Honestly, it's a lot of fun at the moment just watching Arsenal.
Fun?
No, it is from Chelsea's point of view right now.
John, the right thing to do is I sit in the seat a lot. Is probably to pass it to Emmanuel. So Emmanuel,
no.
Typical of striker, you know.
People want to hear from Emmanuel. Don't hear from me.
Emmanuel, I want to hear from you. But first off, I want to hear from Mr. Bent.
Yeah. What do you know?
No, I want to know what's going on in your club, mate.
No,
I said you'll win the title this year. You're making me look a fool.
And just having a bit of a wobble at the minute. Key performances, injuries have played its part, but I just think at the minute, and it's not as simple as having a goal scorer on the pitch, but at the minute we just don't look like
everyone looks off it. Everyone looks.
It looks workmanlike.
It does.
Whereas 2 years ago, when they played the free flowing football, it was lovely to watch. Then last season, it was a bit of both workmanlike performances with a bit of flair. This season's just been all workmanlike, and I just think that there's been a drop off in decision making. I think certain players are not playing at the level we're used to seeing, but also as well, the squad looks a little bit tired. And when I say that, played a lot of minutes with a lot of these players, but as I said, people want to hear what do you think, man?
Give me the ball.
What do you think?
Give me the ball. You know, I took the penalty.
Emmanuel, it's the Emmanuel Petit derby at the weekend at Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
If Arsenal do lose that game and Liverpool and City win, is the title over?
It's a long way to go. Will be in November, so 6 months to go. Everything can happen. I know by experience that even if you are 13 points behind the leader, you can win the Premier League. We've done it in 1998, with Arsenal. So everything can happen very quickly. You can see that with Mbappe as well, You can be top, and after that, all of a sudden, you can drop. So it will be hard to win because there is so many teams chasing, for the Premier League. So I won't say it's over, but it will be a miracle.
Wait a minute. What did Emmanuel Petit say? What did he just say? What word did he just use? What did he just say, chat? What did he just say? It would take a what? Put it in the chat if you heard it. Put it in the chat if you heard what Emmanuel Petit said. Put it in the chat. What did he say? What word did he say? He said it would take a what? Just drop it in there. I want to see y'all drop it in there. I want to see. See, everybody 98, 99, we lived that. We saw it. That was, City was the closest thing I've seen to that. How they 93% walked us down. You don't see that kind of stuff too often. It's going to take a miracle. A miracle. 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 It would take in right in its prime. It would. I mean, it's absolutely wild. It's wild. And it's keeping it real, man. People don't want to hear that. This team, we're falling away quick. We're in free fall. I want to say it was the brother that was on with us last Sunday. I think he said you could only lose 4 Premier League games. We've lost 2. Based off of the manager's record. Based off of the manager's record with this team, y'all just bear with me. Let me go back here. Pull it up. Y'all just bear with me. Y'all just bear with me. We're going to go all the way back to 2020. We're going to go back to 2020. I don't want the women's team. I want the men's team. Y'all bear with me here. We'll just do it this way. Just bear with me. If I can find my stats here. I knew I shouldn't have closed my window. I had them. I was like, man, I should have left them open because I didn't think I was going to need to recall them. Let me see. Results. League finishes. Because I want to prove a point. Because a lot of our fans keep going, oh, the league is not over. It's nothing. What are we complaining about? Oh, man, we can fight back and all this stuff. I just want to, y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. I think this is it. So I just want the league table. You know what? Do it this way. Do it this way. He came in what? 20. We're going to do 21. We started 21. We'll give him a 4 year, y'all. We'll give him a 4 year. We'll give him a 4 year. All right, here we go. We do it this way. Thank y'all for y'all patience. 18 wins, 7 draws, 13 losses. That's in 2021. 21-22, 22 wins, 3 draws, 13 losses. 23, 26, 6 draws, 6 losses. Last season, 28, 5, and 5. Matt, what point are you trying to make up? Y'all know we're gonna lose more than 4 games this year, right? hey, just look at the last several seasons. Look at the last several seasons. Look at the last several seasons. So if you can only lose 4, we know we're going past 5, just based off of our history alone. So this is why people keep this hope alive week in, week out. It's the title over. It's the title over. The title's done. The title is done. Because based off of what we looked at, we're going to go back here again. We're going to go win 2020, 21 season, 18, 7 draws, 13 losses. Then we go to 21. Like I said, we're going to do it again. We finished 5th, 28, 3, and 13. 22. Our best season under this manager, the best we could do, the best, 93%, our best season up under. 26, 6, and 6. 23, 28, 5, and 5. 24, 5, 3, 2 already. 5, 3, 2 already. We're dropping points this year, y'all. We're going to drop the points. We don't have a striker. Just got word from Kenny Ken. Shout out to Kenny Ken. Declan Rice, broke toe. Broken toe. Game time decision for this weekend. Probably not gonna play if you got a broke toe. I've got an arthritic one. I'm telling you now, it ain't looking good. I'm telling you now, if you got a broke toe, it ain't looking good. That's 4 to 6 weeks coming down the pipe. I'm letting you know. You heard it here first. We back to that again. Another one. One come in, another one leave out. The league is beyond him. Exactly as simple. If we go by eyesight, winning the league from our present position is beyond him. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. We're not looking good. Shout out to my brother Kyle in the building. I see you over there, brother. Much love, man. Much love. Much love. Much love. So then we've got Arteta, who started this season. And a lot of times when you see things from the outside, you say, you know, you're going into the season, you're looking for a little inspiration. This is what our manager decided to do for inspiration this year. This is what he wanted to do this year. Y'all bear with me here. Y'all bear with me. Let me see where did I put it?
Mikel Arteta has shown himself to be inventive and imaginative in his team-building exercises. So what about this from James McNicholas, an article in The Athletic, telling us about his latest mind games. At a dinner with his players, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta secretly hired a team of professional pickpockets. The sleight-of-hand artists were tasked with going round the tables, pinching phones and wallets from an unwitting first-team squad. The idea was to teach his squad the importance of being ready, alert and prepared at all times. Now, as we know with Don, he wouldn't have got his wallet back. That would have definitely been stolen.
So when can you actually switch off? When can you have a bit of downtime knowing there's pickpockets on the move?
I'm interested in what you think of this latest little tactic from Mikel Arteta.
It's all right. It's not one of the worst. The worst one was when they blasted out "You'll Never Walk Alone" when they were just about to play Liverpool, and that never worked. They got battered. This one I've not really got a problem with because it's probably done with a bit of lightheartedness. They've been away on pre-season. It's been hectic. They've been running. It's hard work pre-season. They played a lot of games, probably a lot of minutes. So it's something that's probably done in a little bit of jest. If you're a player, like, you're not happy. Going, I can't believe I've just got done there.
I hope it was done in a little bit of jest because we've seen similar from Mikel Arteta, and while it's difficult to really challenge how good he's made Arsenal as title contenders, as the biggest threat to City, particularly over the last couple of seasons.
We need to stop doing that too. People need to stop bypassing Liverpool. It's kind of like the old Kobe Bryant. I like to use Kobe Bryant. They never mention Kobe Bryant as being one of the top basketball players of all time. They just bypass him. They skip him, go straight over to LeBron the Mike. They bypass. They just completely bypass Kobe. People bypass Liverpool as if Liverpool don't even have any, just the hell with Liverpool. We got to get out of that habit, y'all, because Liverpool is here to stay. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere no time soon. And all this pickpocketing. What has pickpocketing done for this offense this year? What has pickpocketing done for this offense this year, y'all? Huh? What has it done? Last night, Inter Milan came into that game on an 11-game winning streak. They had 9 scoreless wins going into that game. There was no chance that if we didn't show up with a striker last night, we won't win in that game. Arsenal took 20 shots on goal last night. That was second to our worst, which is 23 in 2006. And that was a rebuilding year, by the way. 2006 was a rebuild. That was a proper rebuild. Because I think TT was headed out. I think we had just sent him to Barca, if I'm mistaken. He was out of there. And the kids were getting sorted out back then. That was a rebuild. It's been 20 years since we've even done that. Brother, this ain't looking good. I keep telling folks, it's not looking good. But like I told y'all earlier, people are waking up.
Go to Muss. He's an Arsenal fan, right, Muss? Hello, fellas. You all right? How are you, fellas? You all right?
Yeah, we're good, mate. It's good. I mean, look, what's going on?
Right, listen, I rung you back. I rung you ages ago when we beat Leicester.
Yeah.
And you accused me of being a Spurs fan.
Right.
And I said we had a weak mentality, yeah?
Right.
Right, listen.
Yeah, go on. I remember the call.
Yeah, this geezer is Ronald McDonald, mate. He's a clown. He's a fraud. The geezer has to go. He has to go then. He shouldn't even be there. Listen, we're one down, Edu, gone. This geezer needs to go as well. It's a shambles. We could have played for another 5 months, another 5 years. We wasn't going to score. We had one shot on target against Bournemouth. We had one shot on target against Newcastle. It's a shambles, mate. It's an absolute shambles. The geezers had money to spend. It's a shambles.
Right, what I will say is, it feels a bit harsh on Arteta, right?
You notice that? It's always harsh. When you hear the facts, you hear the cold hard facts. When you show people these stats like this right here, when you show people this right here, that's cold hard facts. People don't like facts. You know why? Because it forces them to analyze the situation. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. People just don't want to face the reality that the truth hurts. Huh? And people are starting to wake up to this. It's like I said, we could beat Chelsea this weekend. It don't matter. It doesn't matter one bit, because in order for us to do what we need to do, we've got to go through this season. We'll start again. We'll go all the way back down to 2020. Say it with me again, y'all. 18, 7 and 13, 2021, 22 wins, 3 draws, 13 losses. 22, 23, 26, 6 and 6. Excuse me, 22, 23, 23, 24, 28, 5 and 5. And then right now, we're already on 2 losses and 3 draws. So if we were 28, 5 and 5, and we've already got 3 draws and 2 losses, the odds are showing that we're probably not going to do anything this year. So it's now it's time for a contingency plan. That if you want to do something, you might want to do it now. This is why United did what they did. They probably looked at the numbers, looked at the stats, looked at everything that was in front of them and said, yeah, let's just go ahead and buy them out. And let's just try to salvage the season. Let's try to get something out of the season while we can. And that's where we are as Arsenal now. We're at that stage. It's about that time. That's why I title it what I title it. It's about that time. This manager hadn't learned anything. He's being faced time and time again with situations where managers with more experience embarrass him, like last night. Eddie Howe embarrassed him on Saturday. Brighton's manager embarrassed him. Bournemouth's manager embarrassed him. Last year, 10-man Fulham, West Ham, Southampton. He doesn't know how to read situations. He doesn't know how to make the adjustments. He doesn't know what to do. Last night, he throws Magalhaes up top. Throws Magalhaes up top. The truth. People just don't like the truth. Hey, Erica, how you doing? There, no stream out tonight. We're not doing it. We're not doing call in tonight. James, you're 100% correct, my friend. It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling. This is a slow burn this season. It's just slowly unraveling. And so when you see people come in the chat saying, oh, well, the points, right now, as Darren stated, we are mid-table. We're closer to mid-table than we are at the top of the table. Lose this game this weekend, we definitely sit down. We're fighting for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And this is why I keep saying people are not sitting here looking at this and taking it for what it is. It's the truth. This manager is going backwards. He's regressing. He's regressing. Things that we're supposed to see. We're supposed to see a manager being proactive. He always waits to the last second to make substitution. We've got a bustling player that is ready to go. You know, I'm not saying he's going to be the best that we've ever seen. I'm not going to say he's the best, the world class, nothing like that. But you see a competent player that can probably come in and do a job. Ethan Wanera sat there the whole time. Now Odegaard's back. Guess what's going to happen when they're? Guess what's going to happen to Ethan now? Now that Odegaard's back. Chat, what do you think is going to happen to Wanera now that Odegaard's back? Huh? What is he going to do? Not playing. He's not going to get that much time. If Arteta wanted to show me something, he'd start him this weekend. But we know that ain't happening because Odegaard back. This manager is wasted all this time. This young man could have been playing. You play him in the Carabao Cup. Why can't you play him? What's the problem? $800 million deep in this team. $800 million deep. And this is what we're seeing. 5-3-2. And I just showed y'all 5 points for us, 6, 13, a couple of 6. We have a habit of dropping points under this manager. And when we go on streaks, we're on the streak right now. You know how our streaks go. We can go. Last year was 1-7. What are we on now, y'all? 1-3 in the Premier League. 1-4 total. Ain't looking good, man. So when you see the Andys of the world that come in the chat and they go, oh, you know, he's doing this and doing that, and we got this and that. No, you keep believing, bro. Keep hope alive, man. Please. Stand up and be kind. Because as of right now, from what I'm looking at, ain't looking good, bro. Ain't looking good. Sporting director, he just hauled ass on you. He just left. He rolled out. He said, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. And for what I heard today, they're saying that was 3-4 months ago he made that decision. He was already headed out the door anyway. He's like, I'm out of here. So, you know, you've got people. This is like the second year that you've had major people leave the football club. They're out of here. Peace out. I'd rather go Nottingham Forest. Tell you this man is an egomaniac, man. And you know, y'all know how I feel about Edu, but I know who the egomaniac is in this team. I know who the madman is. Anybody that has somebody with lemons and all this stuff and playing music through speakers and the way he shouts and yells and screams and he's out of control. I told y'all earlier in the chat, he's out of control. He's out of control. And now he's got this. You remember back in the day, people used to slay Unai for doing this. But what do y'all see Arteta doing now? Arteta's doing the same thing that people slated Unai for. He's doing the same thing. The only difference is Unai didn't get near as much time to try to get it sorted out in a actual war chest like this manager has. This manager's wasted money. He's wasted time. He's wasting careers. People are getting tired of watching this game. People are tired of watching this team. People are falling asleep on watch-alongs. People are falling asleep watching these games. People are trying to stay woke. People are just saying, you know what, I'll just find out what the score was. I'll look it up later on. People are not interested anymore. The product is going stale under this manager. The product has gone stale under this manager. Look at this right here. Let me pull it up here. Look at this right here. Look at this stats. Read them in week. Let me pull it up here. Blow it up. Blow it up here. I don't want that one. I want another one. I want the other one. This is what I want. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Kai Havertz 7, Saka 4, Waneri 3. This is just overall. This is overall. And y'all are telling me, we got Andy in the chat. It's come in. He's probably gone now. When he saw those numbers, he probably rolled out on him. He said, he's probably sitting down contemplating now. Because those numbers weren't lying. You see these goals for the year across the board. Then you're looking over there at Jokeris scoring like a madman. I don't care what he did last night. I know he's scoring. There was talk today. Sesko said he doesn't want to. He's not interested in coming because he's not playing second fiddle to Kai Havertz. We heard that this summer. He said it again today. It's going to get worse before it gets better if we keep this manager, y'all. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Look at our main goal scorer. Trossard 2. Martinelli 2. Raheem Sterling 1. Some of these goals came in the Carabao Cup. Jesus Carabao Cup 1. So basically, Havertz and Saka's doing all the heavy lifting this year. We're in trouble. We're in major trouble. And this is why people need to see it for what it is. I mean, you can probably go find managers that's down in the championship that has more pedigree than this manager. This manager, once again, people keep asking, well, what can this manager do? This manager, Arteta's done such a great job. He's got this and that. He's done this. Let's look at his resume again, y'all. Look at that resume. Look at that resume. Look at that resume. Does that resume give you hope that this manager can guide us to the promised land? Does this resume give you any hope at all that this team, after 5 years, can do any better than what it's done up under him the last 5 years? I'm sorry. There are a lot more qualified individuals out there in Europe and across the whole of the world that could come into this team and do a better job than what we've seen under this manager for the last several years. I'm imploring that anyone from the football club that's listening to this, please salvage this season while you still can. The boat is starting to spring a leak. And we need to get a manager in that can do something while we still have a chance. Because I'm mighty afraid that if we continue on going the way we're going, that this manager is going to undo every single thing that's been done the last 5 years. Not only that, but someone asked a question in the chat earlier. They said, when Saliba leaves in the summer, do you think the Munich will finally be Arteta? I think the Munich is going to be Arteta out if we lose this game this weekend. I think Arteta is coming back in full force this weekend. I told y'all it was coming back this season. I told you that this season was going to be the season of the truth. I told you all that people are going to see this for what it is. Absolute failure on a biblical level. When you hire a man with this kind of experience, when you get a manager, as a matter of fact, we're going to take this off, make it even, give it just a harsh reality. That's his experience right there. That's the manager's experience. That's the manager. That's the experience that you want this manager to go up against the likes of Inter Milan, the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus, the blue chippers of blue chippers. That's the experience right there that's supposed to get us over the line. That's the experience. Ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you enjoyed this breakdown of the curious case of Mikel Arteta. It's about that time, y'all. It is time for him to hand in the resignation, step away, bring in a stopgap manager, bring in someone with a little bit of experience that can, with a little bit of pedigree. Allegri is out there, from my understanding. We've got quality managers out there. We've got Ancelotti on the hot seat at Madrid. The minute he's released, we need to be picking up the phone. Picking up the phone. We have given the key. We have given this man the keys to the city. We have wasted time. 8th, 5th, second. And I've told you all, everybody keep going on about this league position. You just saw it. I just gave you the league, the wins and loss records for the last couple of years. We're going to lose more than 5 games. You know it's coming, especially based off of what you see this year. We're losing more than 5 games, so get prepared. And I'm going to close on this, man. I'm glad I looked down and I just saw this. I'm going to close on this tonight. Success will come when Arteta's gone till November. This is a fact. This manager should have started out maybe in the English league, the championship, pardon me. League 1 is what I was trying to say. League 2, non-league, Dagenham Red, Yorkshire. You should have been somewhere else. Blackpool, Exeter. He should have been somewhere where you could have got some experience, saw some situations, so that he could address things quicker. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I'm gonna do this before we go. Just to hammer home. So I'm gonna show y'all something that's gonna blow some people's minds tonight. I'm gonna blow y'all mind. I already knew this, but a lot of people don't know this. Let me pull it up here. This is gonna knock you off your feet. I'm gonna show you who he's actually doing. You ever had somebody that you ever done some group work with like somebody in school or what have you, and they go, well, you do majority of the work. Well, this is another example of that. I'm going to show y'all this right here. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to pull this up. Does anybody know who this is? If you know who this is in the chat, put it in the chat. Does anybody know who this is? Anybody have any idea who this is? You can't see it? All right, hold on. Damn computer. I tell you what, I'm going to make life easier for you. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to do it this way. Let me do it this way. PC acting foolish. Y'all bear with me. Do it this way. Let me pull it in here. Won't zoom in. It won't zoom. Y'all bear with me. Won't zoom. There we go. Right there. Can y'all see that now? Alpart Albert. That's Alpart Albert. That is correct, Sam. That's Alpart Albert. Look at his experience. And you tell me who's the most experienced person on our bench. Let that sink in. I would sack him today and put him in charge. You'll probably get a result. Look at the experience. Look at the experience. Look at the experience. And if you don't think he knows anything, look right there. This is why you got to do your homework with folks. This is why you have to do your homework with people. People tell you, oh, well, this manager, he's done this. He's a big man. He's just, look who's on the sideline. Look who. Does anybody see who he worked up under for 103 games? Look at who he has worked up under. Put it in the chat. Who is he worked up under? Can anybody see that? Louis Van Gaal. That's it. What he do when he was at United? Louis Van Gaal read all that. Yeah, that Louis Van Gaal. Yeah, that Louis Van Gaal. Bayern Munich, Louis Van Gaal. Dutch manager, Louis Van Gaal. Ajax manager, Louis Van Gaal. One of the GOATs, Louis Van Gaal. Right there, 103 games. That's where he got his play. Where he applied his trade at. This manager is inexperienced for the job. Sack this man, put this man in charge if we need to, and let's ride out for the rest of the season. There you go. And that's my point, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that tonight you have enjoyed this. I hope people see this for what it is. Share that information because, see, people need to see this stuff. People need to see this stuff. This manager has been living off the back of playing for this football club for the longest. It's no different than some of our other players living off of Edu when he was living off of being an invincible. And that wore out. This manager has worn out its welcome. He is no longer the captain of this football club. He hadn't played for us in years. He owes this. Should have no attachments to this man. He was bang average when we got him. He was a panic buy. I really didn't care too much for him when we got him, but that was all we could get at the time. And people have act like because he was in the team that won some FA Cups when he didn't score the goals, when Aaron Ramsey did the heavy lifting back then. This is the truth. Alpart Albert is more qualified than Mikel Arteta, and Arteta should be sacked. And if y'all want to get a manager this year, move Alpart Albert to that position, and I guarantee you we'll win something this year. We'll win something. Might not be a title, might be a cup, but I guarantee we'll have much more success under Alpart Albert. I can almost guarantee too, if Alpart Albert would have had the position that we had in the 93% season, we probably win. We've seen him coach when we played City that time, and it's like a revitalized team. This manager's holding his team back from success. And the quicker he goes, the quicker we go up the top, go up the totem pole. This manager needs to be sacked on the spot. Enough is enough. It's time for people to get up off of the snide, going left to right, Arteta in, Arteta out, Arteta in, Arteta out. It should be Arsenal in. Arsenal in. And that means that what's best for the football club. Right now, what's best for the football club is that this manager leaves, that we can bring in somebody with some experience. He's on the bench. I just showed you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Share this stream. Hope that you enjoyed it. I'll be back with Lee on Sunday for the watch along. I appreciate you, man. Love you all. Thank y'all so much, man. Hope you all have a good night. And always remember.
Real fans, bro. Real fans are critical. Why?
Yes, exactly.
Because real fans, we expect the best.
Yes.
We don't want shortcuts, bro. We don't want you sleepwalking through it. We want the best. And if you are accepting mediocre on a weekly basis, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. You are not a real fan, and you got no idea what a real. Bro, listen. I don't want to be around Chris when Ohio State loses. You think Chris is sitting there after an Ohio State loss and he's making excuses?
No.
Are you? No. What fan does that, Chris?
Delusional fan who doesn't doesn't understand what it feels like to win.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to The Southern Gooner here on YouTube.